So I recently saw the news about just being on different hip hop websites and vlogs and stuff like that. I see the news about Tekashi 6ix9ine has, I guess, finally been arrested, and he's got federal charges against him, and the FBI is standing outside of his house, and the FBI raided his house and all this shit, right? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, first off, I'm honestly like not that surprised by any of it because Takashi lives the type of life where he just talks shit. He admitted it himself. He's reckless, right? So the thing is, when you talk like that and you do all the shit that he did, you got to kind of sort of expect the feds to sort of want to, if not the feds, at least like the feds is major, you know what I'm saying? But at the very least, you would expect like your local police department to get into the mix. You know what I mean? Because for those who don't know, there is a such thing as the hip hop police. I mean, it's been documented. I remember The Game, the rapper from LA, The Game, he actually filmed in his documentaries different hip hop police following him around. So the shit's real, you know. The cops pay attention to hip hop music, the hip hop music scene, and the bigger a celebrity you are, the more they pay attention to you. And you got the feds watching you, and this, that, and the other. But here's what really surprised me about the whole situation, and it's something that most people don't think about, which is actually what Takashi apparently, they're saying this is what he got popped on, and that is something called racketeering. Now, for those that don't know, racketeering are literally laws that the FBI invented to handle the mob in Las Vegas and to take down the mob, whether it's in New York or the Midwest or here in Vegas. The FBI just couldn't nail these guys. They couldn't nail the mafia. They couldn't nail the mob because the mob it's organized crime. And things were so intricate that the FBI just couldn't take them down. So the FBI literally, working with judges or whoever they worked with, they literally created these laws to take down the mob so that they can make something stick. And racketeering was the laws they came up with. So what can be considered racketeering? Well, if you have one person, if you're physically threatening somebody, or if you have other people physically threatening somebody for you, you're sending in what would be called a Shylock, or, basically the muscle of your group, so to speak. Or maybe you hired a hitman, aka a hitter, you know what I mean? Shit like that. When you do stuff like that, when you engage in that type of activity where you're talking about putting prices on people's heads, you're talking about, getting in a gang of people and like bum rushing some motherfuckers and shit like that, then that is what racketeering is. Also, like threatening witnesses, intimidating people so that they don't talk to the cops with the whole no snitch policy type shit. All that type of shit, basically intimidation, robbery, and muscling people. All that shit could be considered racketeering. And the FBI invented that law to take down the mob. But the thing is, these laws never disappeared. So now what you have, and I'm actually surprised, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm actually surprised that every rapper, because the cops do monitor rappers so closely, I'm surprised that every rapper that's ever made a physical threat to another rapper or producer or whoever, I'm surprised that the FBI doesn't, swoop down on them and take them down for racketeering immediately. Quite frankly, I think that maybe what the FBI did, especially in Tekashi's case, and this is what they love to do, by the way, they love to sit there and let whoever they're investigating, they love to let them build up the charges. Like, let's wait for instead of arresting them on one charge, let's let them do 10 stupid things and then arrest them for everything. And then call it racketeering. That's kind of how the FBI operates. Now, keeping that in mind, that's what happened to Tekashi. I'm pretty sure you got some infighting on top of that. You got situations where, people in his team are either snitching on him or going against him, or making some shady deals in the background, or plotting to take him down from the inside. All types of weird shit, you know what I mean? But that's that, man. There's a part of me that thinks there's a part of me that says, well, Tekashi brought it on himself. You know what I'm saying? And then there's another part that says, well, the hip hop police are watching him and now they got him for racketeering and it's like over the top bullshit. You know what I mean? But that's that, man. It's Makell Bird, Mactown TV, Mactown Radio. Peace.